Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Whiz should be around here somewhere, probably taking care of his guppos. A surge surf factory was one of the cleaner ways to make power, until the surf turned into goo and clogged it all up, that is. The power comes from turning the movement of the surf into surge sparks. Sometimes science is beyond belief. There are sure to be more tracks around here, maybe by the shore. Toxanol's mining led to mass deforestation and increased global warming, as nature couldn't absorb the carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions without the trees. These irreversible changes to the climate also contributed to the evolution and modified our genetic code. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending. Whiz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Whiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod? Whiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Whiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go. But says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own. That land is harsh, they say. Whiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course. Ultimately, it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have lived with Uliana. Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate? Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem. Thinks that kind of diversity brings strength. But that's not nearly as... Whiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the tree of life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-going. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister. He found it stranded on a shore nearby and got Gizmo to help tow it here so they could get to work on it. Toxanol probably made it to go under surf and see the damage they've caused for themselves. The night feels dangerous and exciting. Impressed you found that, despite all the goo. This place has held power for a long time. In many ways, it still does. That would require cleaning up all the goo. Glad you found that track. There's a lot to learn about this world, both here and beyond. You have a chance to change the future for good or bad. Home stretch. Probably a lot of things buried out here. Got it. It's so dark out. Looks good. That's the hut. Wonder if there's anything still inside. chop it up. A smart foe would lead. You might want to fall back. Wow, lucky. You need to turn the pegs in sync. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it. Don't let the dangers spoil your day. Pow! Irradiated! Maybe find some higher ground to stay dry. Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecha Stadium is near here. Rid of the aches and pains. Oh, it's locked. Just a few moves left. Make them count. If you need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Might need to shade your eyes. Night's over. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. Here is the village called Diddlingdoo by those lucky enough to live there. Let's see. Even out here in the burbs, there are still places like that home that bear eyeballing better. That fixer-upper seems like it might be better as a torn-downer. Rubber scrap is too much fun, so stretchy. You should be able to use that. You can do this. Iron Eyes. Super effective. This story is about a hero. That muscle squeezer over there can make you stronger. Go grab the bar and start squeezing those muscles. You snap that off, feeling pumped up. Rubber scrap, great for when you need a bit of flex. Move the arm to make the needle fit the groove. Give it another try. Just a few moves left. Make them count. This plastivinyl clue in a chit-chat code. Lucky I'm still old enough to decipher it. It's about an undercovered place, just a trip trek not far from here. This is turning out to be quite an expedition.